now. What is the agenda of the program? What are the topics that we are going to discuss in this program? Can anyone of you tell me what are the topics? No, there are 4 or 5 topics which we are going to look into in this program. The first one, the first topic which we are going to listen, which we are going to interact. Discipline. Very good. The first topic is discipline. What is it? What is discipline? Any one of you can share me. What is discipline? See, it will be more of interactive session. So I want each one to interact well. Whatever they know, see, don't think whether you are wrong or right. Just answer. And probably 90% of your answer will be right. So don't worry about it. Whatever you think, you just tell. What is discipline? Anyone?
Obeying to set of rules is discipline, sir, according to me.
What?
Obeying to the rules.
Excellent. Clap for him, yeah. Obeying the rules. Only Priya is doing it. Okay, obeying the rules.
So, according to me, acceptable behavior of the individual person is called as a discipline.
Acceptable behavior of the individual person. Very big definition of discipline. Very good. Welcome. Then, anything else? See, we can say many things about discipline. You could have seen, in the home, in our home or house or school or colleges, and the pain disciplined away. He is not disciplined at all. He don't have manners. All these words. You might have heard all these things, The teacher complains about the kids. Not combing properly. The பையன் இவ்வளவு இன்டிசென்ட்டா இருக்கான். இதெல்லாம் பெரிய பெரிய complaint. So the discipline is expected at house. The discipline is expected at schools and colleges. The discipline is expected at public place. Arrest பண்ணிட்டு போடுவான். இல்லைன்னா FIR தான் indiscipline ஏதாவது தகராறு பண்ணா. So and also when the discipline is expected at home, when the discipline is expected at schools and colleges, in public places, why not in industry where some 500 people or 1,000 people or 50 people are working? It's a small scale industry or medium scale industry, where even if it is an hospital of 100 or 200 people, every place, in each and every place, we expect discipline. We want discipline. So discipline is the most important thing. And without discipline, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. நம்ம ஒழுக்கமாக இல்லை என்றால், if you are not behaving well, it is indiscipline. So you have to behave well. What do you mean by you have to behave well? They say, conduct. As சில பேர் conduct படிப்பாங்க. The conduct. We all heard about the word conduct certificate. What is it? It talks about even he is satisfactory, he is good. Like that they say, conduct. So one of the important point to notice, a better conduct, better behavior is discipline. That's all. So with regard to the discipline, it starts right from birthhood, we expect. And the we also compare, all these things, it is about discipline only. So the most important thing is discipline in any industry. And we have seen just now in the opening, a devotional song. I said it's a devotional love song. I think you all remember. And two of you said who the players. Gemini Ganesan, Savitri. Savitri is one of the best actress and very good actress. The 50s and 60s, she conquered the film industry. See, excellent pair, real pair, and also in film. And the name of the movie is Konjum Salangai. And what you have seen there, excellent song, and both of them are acting very well for that. And there are some side roles who makes the devil, and also one person is using that Votu, that small harmony which he keeps on moving like this. So the situation, you just imagine that it is properly edited and released. We are all enjoying it. What a wonderful song. How that Nadaswaram is. It is well synchronized with the Nadaswaram. His acting is well synchronized with the Nadaswaram. So everyone plays their role very well. Everyone plays their role very well, and it is presented to you. Am I correct? See, unless if everyone plays very well their role and presented, we may not be able to enjoy a song well. So it is one of the best presentations. What is, see, everyone is doing their work perfectly. If everyone is doing their work perfectly, ultimately the productivity or the ultimate result comes very well. What is it then? Collective responsibility. It is called the collective responsibility among them, and finishing it and giving it to us very well. Each one is important in that. In that movie, the song which you have shown, no, each one is important in that. The singer, Janaki, she is not Tamil. The actress, Savitri, she is not from Tamil, she is Telugu. The Gemini generation has no experience of acting. He is a postgraduate, MA, just landed the film industry accidentally, but everyone performs very well. How it is possible? What it is called, each one is doing his job perfectly and you are getting the productivity. Right from top management to the workmen. Can anyone of you tell me, all of us contribute to bring the best result?
Teamwork, sir.
Excellent. Kavya, very good. Teamwork. So it is a teamwork. We enjoy the teamwork of those people. So, okay, the teamwork. There is a person behind it. Remember, there is a person behind it. Only on his instructions, everything is carried out. And it is well presented to us. He is not in the scene. He is in the back side. He is not in the scene. So because of him only this has come out very well. The teamwork has happened excellent way. Why? Because of that person. Why? Because of that person. And all others, they have done their role. And this person has said, you do this, you do this, you do this. And everyone has executed what that person says. Who is he? Who is that?
Director, sir.
Excellent. The director. The director of the movie is very much important in the film industry. And also in that movie, if something wrong, they can reshoot. But here, industry, you, the HR guys, are the behind the scene, and you are the director for the human resource development, and you develop people, you create teamwork, you see that the process is getting well, and that you are ultimately the most important person like the director of that movie. Remember that always, that you play a very big role in executing the systems in the organization. So the role of HR is very, very important. That is why we talk about what the HR is supposed to do. If the HR is able to do all the things expected from him, the ultimate result will be excellent. So you are as good as the director, and keep in mind that your foremost important thing is to ensure discipline. So ensuring discipline is the most important thing. And discipline is connected to, somebody said already, it is a set rules for the people employed in an industry. It is a set rule for the people employed in an industry. The behavioral rules, that is how he has to behave himself and how he has to work in his capacity, and all the systems available in the company, whether he is able to follow the systems, the written systems, rules and regulations of the company that has to be followed by the individual. So they say that you have to come by this time and go by this time, and you have to do this job. So with this discipline, is it applicable only to workmen? There's an industry, or there's an hospital, there's an hotel, or whatever may be. Is it applicable only to workmen? Is it?
It is for
No, it
everybody,
is
sir.
not. To everyone, to everyone.
Everyone. A to Z, right from security at the gate to the managing director of the company who visits, to each and everyone, from each and everyone the discipline is expected. Suppose I HR, if I am not disciplined, how we can expect others to behave in a disciplined way? How we can expect others to behave in a disciplined way? So first of all, the HR must be able to understand that the discipline is not only for the workman, it is expected from others also. So you should not be biased with regard to implementation of the disciplinary matters. Am I clear? Are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sincere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is we have just seen what is discipline, and it is a written rules and regulations in a company. Okay. Next is we have seen basically what is discipline and what is expected from each and every individual. Discipline is that, and the opposite of discipline. The opposite of discipline, simply discipline. We can even say disciple in. ஒரு குரு பால் சொல்லப்படுவதை நாம் ஃபாலோ பண்றது டிசிப்ளின் அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கலாம். ஒழுங்காக நடப்பது டிசிப்ளின் வச்சுக்கலாம். நேரத்துக்கு வருவது போவது, நம் வேலையை சரியாக செய்வது, doing our work perfectly, coming in time and going in time. Somebody is questioning me, going in time not possible கிடையாது சார். It is not that. It is not that. It is all how you plan yourself. There are a lot of examples where if you retain somebody after the office hours, and what happens is that we are all going to see why we should retain, what happens if we retain, etc. So, okay, the opposite of discipline. What is the opposite of discipline?
Indiscipline.
Indiscipline.
You add some in. With the discipline, you add in. In. So, indiscipline is invited. Indiscipline. So, what is indiscipline? Can anyone
Not following the rules and regulations of the
not
company.
following the rules and regulations? Simply following the rules and regulations is discipline. Not following the rules and regulations is indiscipline. Indiscipline, they say, not only but the bad indiscipline denotes various things. That is misconduct, misdemeanor, misbehavior, misconduct, misdemeanor, misbehavior, delinquency. See, all these words are used for indiscipline. So indiscipline is not following the rules and regulations of the company. Not following the rules and regulations of the company is indiscipline. And why indiscipline happens in an industry? Why an indiscipline happens? Why somebody is not behaving well? And what is the problem?
Lack of employee engagement.
Lack of employee engagement. வேலையே சரியா கொடுக்கறது இல்ல. அவர் சும்மாவே உட்கார வச்சா அவர் வந்து இன்டிசிப்ளின்டா இருக்காரு. பிரியா சொல்றாங்க. Lack of employee engagement. There is something wrong. Hello? Any question? So lack of employee engagement, she says, it is not only lack of employee engagement. It may be the lack of employee engagement. Why it happens? Because we are not able to properly decide what we should do in the 8 hours. What we should do in the 8 hours, whether it is a first shift or second shift or night shift. What an employee, suppose if he is an operator or he is a team leader, he is a team member. What work he has got and during the 8 hours, what he is supposed to do during the 8 hours. If it is well defined, perfectly. Then
His roles and responsibilities are defined.
I'm
His roles and
Not-
responsibilities already defined.
Not proper allocation of work between
no, see,
the amount.
come back. Please tell me. See, it is, see, the work allocation is defined in some industries by way to the workmen. I am saying, see, example of a team member in the plant. The work is defined, but it is not perfectly matching the 8 hours. You are just, by way of some discussion, instead of a scientific study by a productivity council or an engineering department or whatever may be. In some factories, you can see no IED department like that. So, yeah, scientific study with the workman for 8 hours in a particular place and finding out what best he can do with all the fatigue and movements and all. And finally arriving at what is the output he is supposed to give is what you are supposed to do. And generally in factories, it's called SOP, the standard operating procedure. And a lot of terminologies are used in that. And during that 8 hours, if you just not studied well and then decide something and just give him the work, he is finishing the work. See, actually, to be precise with you, I am going to share with you one thing. All the 8 hours, you cannot expect him to do work at all. And he has to move from one place to another place. He has to take some rest and lunch interval or break, everything put together in between. If he is idle, if you are not planning it properly, it means. So the SOP should be such that he is engaged perfectly. And this should be very clearly, there should be an understanding. See, here only comes, redressal grievance. Here only comes redressal grievance. I'm not talking about union at all here. She is saying employee engagement. If it's not, I'm not saying 8 hours straight work he should be engaged. It is impossible. An average of 5, I am sure, with all my experience, if an employee does work for 5.5 hours maximum perfectly, and it is stretching it to 6 hours out of 8 hours, this is the maximum that you can expect with all the movements here and there. And you cannot say that all the 8 hours, it is, you cannot expect all the 8 hours that he is to engage himself. So the SOP defines what are all the movements, how many pieces he has to produce. But in some cases, it so happens that this is based on the average output of an average employee. But some may be more capable and they may do it faster. That is possible in some cases. But it is fixed based on the average productivity of an employee only and not the highest one. And it is very rare, in some cases only it happens, but most of the cases, if he does a work of 5.5 hours to 6 hours in a shift, that itself gives the best productivity. Because if he does very faster, what happens? Suppose he's quickly doing it and finishing it within 4 hours or so, and saying taking rest, what will happen? It means he is doing very fast, uncared about the output quality. So productivity is one of the biggest problems, and it also connected to discipline. So employee engagement, and where other thing is in discipline, the most important in discipline, the first one. See, you are talking about employee engagement. Somebody is coming daily. What? Daily? Somebody is coming.
Late.
So late coming. I am supposed to come by 6 o'clock. And the general shift stops by 9 o'clock. The officials are coming by 9 o'clock. There are some supervisors by morning 6 o'clock. And a few employees always make it a point to come late only. If there is no system, if it is not monitored well, with biometric attendance and security taking care of it and everything, what will happen? It will become a convention. That is, coming late will be a convention. Coming late is a very serious misconduct because you are losing the hours. He is not relieving the previous shift. A lot of things are there with regard to late coming. And I had an experience in one of the company where It was allowed for quite a long time. They don't bother about years together. They didn't bother about employees coming late. They were just letting off. It's an automobile industry, very big industry where it became very common for some other people in the first shift to come late only. They used to do it. And security has no locus standi to ask them even. They are afraid of. They just let him down, let him off. And they ask them also. The management changed. And they have put on the notice board and also called the employees representatives and informed them that this cannot be tolerated. And even then, one of the employees was coming late quite often. And then when he was questioned what he said, it is not by what time I'm coming. It is what I am doing. I can complete my work. I am in maintenance department. There's no need for me to come by 6 o'clock and whatever there, I can quickly finish. And there's a department head to call me and ask me, and nobody else can ask me. And there was an argument went on. Why I'm telling, if you let off somebody, it became a chronic issue. It became a disease. So late coming is one of the most important issue everywhere in the plant. So late coming is a misconduct or an indiscipline attitude. So we say misconduct and indiscipline are one and the same. So late coming is one of the important area which to be corrected. We will see what are all the rules and regulations, how it goes. So next, late coming is one of the thing. Then what? Not coming at all. Late coming is somewhat better than not coming at all. I am putting a shift schedule. We are talking about indiscipline now. I am putting a shift schedule. In that shift schedule, your name is there. As a supervisor, I'm expecting you to come for duty. And I never expected we will abstain from duty. What will happen? That machine will be idle or somebody else will be asked to do overtime.
Shall we stop?
Anybody wants to speak? Just raise your hand so that I can understand. See, somebody is abstaining from duty totally. It is nothing but absence from duty. He is not informing what has happened. He just absented himself. Next day, nobody is asking him. Then what will happen? See, I am absent today and my machine is idle. And it is just noted in the register that I am absent or the biometric attendance shows that I am absent. So absent while on duty. If nobody is questioning, it became a chronic malady. It became a disease. So you must question if somebody is absent, not informing and just taking leave. See, nowadays the technology has improved to that extent of people are using app for attendance. That is, suppose if I am not coming, I have to just send a message through that app to my company and the supervisor will approve it or will not approve it. If it's not approving, it is absent. So absent from duty, it is also indiscipline. So many things are there with regard to it. It all comes under the rules and regulations of the company. See, again, the rules and regulations, if it is not written, it is just verbally told, like in house, by 8 o'clock you come for breakfast, by 1 o'clock you come for lunch, by 7:30 we will close the dinner, by 10 o'clock we have to sleep. It is a conventional way it is behaved and we are practicing it. And in industry, you must have a written rule. So the written rules and regulations are implemented in industries. And for all the industries, the government is very clear and saying that a written rule to be followed. And we will see that the next immediate another 5 or 10 minutes late than now. And we were discussing about redressal of grievance. What way redressal of grievance is connected to the indiscipline? I asked you why indiscipline comes. It is not only because of not engaging employee properly. Why he is absent? Why he is coming late? Redressal of grievance says it may be due to the misunderstanding and the organization culture executing things. And so it is both ways. You cannot say that no, every employee is bad. If your systems are good and if you are properly implementing it, if there's a good understanding between the employer and employee, then these things won't happen. So these things may not happen to that extent. See, out of 100, some few people may be, but everywhere some disturbance is there means we have to see. So to effectively run the organization, a team is formed, and it is also as per Act, you are going to have, you must have a team. That is, for redressal of grievance, you must have a team if the numbers are 20 above as per ID Act. So redressal of grievance is a team which addresses the issues of the people. See, everyone will have some issue. And it is indiscipline is come because of various reasons. It's not just like that somebody is intentionally doing always. So some people may be there, but not all. So this is very, very important area with regard to bringing an understanding. If it is not happening among the employees, a third party may come and enter into. That is, a third party may intervene, and he will be taking the confidence of the people, and there arises a external union. And always it is preferable and good to have a bipartite relationship by having all these bus committee or other thing, like just what I said, no, as per idea. These in some of the companies, the issue is because they don't have such things. And there is one more thing is unfair labor practice. The unfair labor practice may be from the management side or from the union side. That is employee side. I mean employee side. It can be from employer or it can be from employee. If these unfair labor practices, it is given in the book itself, some few unfair practices. That is, you cannot stop somebody from forming union, and you cannot say that you should not do this, that, and all, and you cannot be biased. You need not ask one, and you can ask one means it is, suppose somebody is absent for 10 days. I'm not questioning him at all. Somebody is absent for 3 days. I'm questioning him by issuing a notice. So it is not fair, So it is unfair labor practice. So such an unfair labor practice should be avoided from the management side, and as well as no unfair labor practice should be employed by the employee. So you must understand all these things. So far we were seeing about what is discipline and a few examples about it, and also what is indiscipline and rules and regulations. And with a few minutes break, we will come back again. That's all. Mute பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? Please come. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Just few minutes. I will come back to you. In the
Okay, sir.
we will give you a small break. So small break only. You can just wait for me. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Please.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Recording in progress. Song again. இதுதான் வந்து நிறைய விஷயங்கள்ல வந்து ஒரு சாதாரண லோயஸ்ட் லெவல்ல இருக்கவங்க, it's not the education or other things. See what he says, so many things he says, no, in a life what we should not do. அகிம்சை, குடி பழக்கம் இருக்கக்கூடாது, அப்புறம் ஃபேமிலினா இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும், அழுக்கா இருக்கக்கூடாது. See, the living place is something, but still, he wants to say, no, I want to change myself. டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர்மேஷன், நான் வந்து இப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படி இருக்கணும்னு. இந்த சினிமால வந்து இதை சொன்னது வந்து எப்படி இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு காமிச்சு எப்படி இருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுதான் அந்த பாட்டு. And it's also talking about some indiscipline and other things in the public or in living area. So இது மாதிரி people தான் வந்து some of the people are there. All the 140 cannot be, அறிவு, திறமை, ஆரோக்கியம். All the 140 cannot be. See, we say, conduct or competency. We say competency with regard to discipline. We say first competency. The word competency talks about conduct. ஒரு சரியான நடத்தையை பற்றி கூறுவது competency. If you have competency, you will have a good conduct. What is competency? It is nothing but competency is what? It is nothing but skill, knowledge, or knowledge then skill. Knowledge, அறிவு, skill, திறமை. நீங்க இந்த ரோட் சைட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா மெக்கானிக் ஷாப் இருக்கும். You may see some lot of mechanic shops for Maruti or other. Some disturbance somewhere. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So on the roadside, some mechanics will be there. No, the boys of 10 or 12, even though it is a engagement of adults, kids and adolescents, but see, they do the work very well. They are not engineering students. Even a BE engineering automobile cannot do the same work which he does. Just like that, he is repairing and saying that it's all over. Please take your vehicle. How it comes? திறமை கத்துக்கிறது over a period of time, you know, it is திறமை அறிவு by படிப்பு education. The skill, knowledge comes by education. Skill is by his experience, by observing somebody he is doing it. The skill, knowledge is these two enough for a person. Competency means skill and knowledge. அறிவு திறமை இன்னொன்னு என்ன வேணும்? See, competency means skill, knowledge. Apart from skill, knowledge, what else is required for a person? The most important thing for each and everyone. Not only skill, knowledge. அறிவு திறமையோட என்ன இருக்கணும்னு சொன்னேன் நானு. Competency means all these three put together: skill, knowledge, and
Common sense, sir.
health. Kavya, health. So the fitness of a person. See, if you have skill, if you have knowledge, but you don't have proper health, உங்களுக்கு வந்து உடம்பே முடியல. உங்களுக்கு ஸ்கில் இருக்கு, உங்களுக்கு நாலேஜ் இருக்கு, ஏன் உடம்பு முடியல? பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மை பேட் ஆட்டிடியூட். தவறான பாதையில் போவதால். உணவே மருந்து, மருந்தே உணவுன்னு இருக்கிறது இல்ல, அது உடம்பு முடியல. சப்போஸ் இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் ஹெல்தி, suppose a person in the industry is not healthy, he absents himself. So the most important priority is not only the skill and knowledge, health of people, health of employees. That is why, you know, in law itself it is saying, they are saying that health checkup. They talk about health checkup in the act. Factors Act says in the health checkup lam pannu, canteen la irukum pannu, process la irukum pannu. So health, competency is skill, knowledge and health. அறிவு, ஆரோக்கியம். In one word it can be called vallamai in Tamil. Vallamai means, you know, அறிவு, திறமை, ஆரோக்கியம், skill, knowledge and fitness or health. So health இல்லைன்னா, சுவர் இல்லைன்னா சித்திரம் எழுத முடியாது. If you don't have health, you cannot perform your duty. So all these three are important and it is called competency. Okay, I have the competency to do my job. I have the competency to do my job. But if I do not have, what I must have, the most important C. I have competency. I must have what? In C, letter, it starts with letter C. I must have confidence. See, the individual must have confidence in his job. That எனக்கு அறிவு, திறமை, ஆரோக்கியம் மூணும் இருக்கு. பட் எனக்கு என் பேர்ல நம்பிக்கை இல்லை, நான் பண்ணுவேன். I have doubt about executing the job. So all these are connected to industries also. See, if somebody is doubtful about executing his job, what will happen? It will fail. So you must have the confidence to do it. That confidence is to be given by whom? By the organization. நீ பண்ணு, நான் இதெல்லாம் SOP, you can do it. So அறிவு, திறமை, ஆரோக்கியம், competency and confidence. I have the confidence. I have competency, I have confidence. But much more important is what? It is lacking everywhere because of non-redressal of grievances. Competency is there. Confidence of the person is also good. If these two are there, but if one more is lacking, that is next to see. Totally dedicated to the work which is assigned to you. You can see in military, whatever he is supposed to do, he has to do in time and also accurately and perfectly without missing anything. And he should be very careful in executing it. And totally he has dedicated himself. So dedicating totally to the work is called what? Not only in military, wherever you go, in conducting
Commitment.
doctor.
Commitment.
Commitment. Yes, commitment. So competency, confidence, commitment, excellent commitment, excellent Kavya, commitment. You only said no, Kavya? Nigga commitment.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Commitment. Commitment in Tamil. Can anyone tell me what is commitment in Tamil? And that commitment is very, very important in whatever work you do. Right from the 24 hours, a commitment should be there. Nightla தூங்கணும்னா நைட்ல சினிமா பார்த்து காலைல வேலைக்கு வர முடியாது. நைட் எல்லாம் சில பேர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1 மணிக்கு they will use cell mobile. அப்பதான் வாட்ஸ்அப் பார்ப்பாங்க. So that commitment to work, that is very, very, very important. அர்ப்பணிப்பு, total dedication. அர்ப்பணிப்பு. So these are competency, discipline, confidence is also required to do your work perfectly and commitment. Okay, you have the competency, you have the confidence, you have the commitment. All the militants have this. ஒரு தீவிரவாதி, ஒரு மிலிட்டன்ட் இது இல்லைன்னா அவனால வேலை பண்ண முடியாது. அவருக்கு அறிவும் இருக்கும், திறமையும் இருக்கும், ஆரோக்கியமும் இருக்கும், அர்ப்பணிப்பு கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். நம்பிக்கை அவர் பேர்ல இல்லைன்னா அவர் மிலிட்டண்டா இருக்க மாட்டாரு. இது எல்லாம் இருக்கு. இதை விட முக்கியம் என்ன? That talks about அதான் டிசிப்ளின். அது டிசிப்ளின்ல வேற என்னன்னு சொல்லலாம். இதை நம்ம பார்க்கறதே இல்லை. இப்ப நிறைய இடங்கள்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னாக்கா it is lacking and people are ignoring and getting into trouble.
Loyalty.
I want to tell in C. கவே நீங்க சொல்ல வேண்டாம், நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க, மொத்தவங்க சொல்லட்டும். சில நம்ம கம்பிட்டன்சி பார்த்தோம், கமிட்மெண்ட் பார்த்தோம், கான்பிடன்ஸ் பார்த்தோம். இன்னொரு சி இஸ் வெரி, வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். யூ எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் இட் ஃப்ரம் ஆல் தி ஒர்க்மென். நம்ம ஸ்கூல்ல கூட எதிர்பார்க்கிறோம்.
Character.
எக்ஸலண்ட், வெரி குட். மகாலட்சுமி, சுகாசினி நீங்க தானே?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
எக்ஸலண்ட். கேரக்டர் அந்த ஒழுக்கம் அப்படின்னு கூட அந்த குட் கேரக்டர் சொல்லலாம். ஒழுக்கம், ஒழுங்கீனம் அப்படின்றது ஒழுக்கத்துக்கு ஆப்போசிட். இந்த ஒழுக்கம், ஒழுங்கீனம்னா இந்த டிசிப்ளின்ல யூஸ் பண்ற தமிழ் வேர்ட்ஸ். டிசிப்ளின், இன்டிசிப்ளின், ஒழுக்கம், ஒழுக்கமின்மை. கேரக்டர் இல்லைன்னா எதுவுமே இல்லை. உங்களுக்கு கமிட்மெண்ட் இருக்கலாம், கான்பிடன்ஸ் இருக்கலாம், காம்பிடன்ஸ் இருக்கலாம். இஃப் யுவர் கேரக்டர் இஸ் நாட் குட், அதெல்லாம் ஒரு காலத்துல பார்ப்பாங்கல்ல, அந்த பையன் எப்படிப்பா இப்போ how much he draws, அவ்வளவுதான். இல்ல ஒரு காலத்துல கேட்பாங்க பையன் எப்படி, அவன் வீட்டுல எல்லாம் எப்படி. இப்ப அது கிடையாது. கூட்டுட்டு அப்புறம் தலை சொரியுது, ஐயோ அவன் பெங்களூர்ல அப்படி அப்படின்னு. So that is very, very important. Your people should have a good character. For who is responsible for it? Again, I am telling it is properly. If you have the rules and regulations and if you are not biased, people can do well. People may behave well. So these 4 things you should remember of it with regard to discipline. And if things fails in this, it becomes indiscipline. And indiscipline we have seen coming late, absenteeism, behaving badly, not giving the productivity or production as per schedule, as per SOP. Many things are there. And these rules we have seen whether it is applicable to workmen or not. No, it is applicable from A to Z, from security to managing director, it is applicable. But it is applicable from security to the managing director. For if you look at how you can implement it, again the act comes. Again the act comes. For executives, managers, supervisors, and also the contract workmen, the rules and regulations are not covered under the Standing Order as per Standing Order Act 1946 of the central government and also the now the rules of the state government. So the standing order is one which talks about rules and regulations. I said that rules and regulations cannot be by convention. It should be a set rule as per the standing order. Which standing order is an act to be adapted to each and every industry and also to shop and establishment. There were some doubts about whether it is applicable to shops and establishment, whether it's applicable only to manufacturing sector. It is not only to the manufacturing sector, even to hospitals it is applicable. And so this standing order talks about discipline for workmen, permanent, budley, casual, probationers, all workmen, but not about contract labor. Please keep in mind the standing order is one which is not applicable to contract. The standing order is not applicable to contract workmen. We'll come to why it is not applicable. If time permits, we can discuss now or in the next. And the standing order is applicable once to industries which have strength of 100 and above. Then they made it 50 to 100. Now it is applicable to all the industries as per which are as per Factories Act, or the industries or shops which is having the industries which has 20 people. It must adapt to the standing order. Okay, the standing order, if it is not, this standing order is called in each industry, they have their own standing order. And if they do not have their own standing order, straight away the law applies. In the law, it is in the rules of the state government or the central laws. It is very clearly stated what are all the misconducts and our indisciplined attitude, and it is well stated. And whatever we have just seen, no late coming, absenteeism, etc., everything is well enumerated in the standing order. And the Tamil Nadu government, தமிழக அரசின் தொழிற்சாலைகளுக்கு பொருந்தக்கூடிய விதிகளின்படி ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அப்படின்னு ஒன்று தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கு. அது எல்லா தொழிற்சாலைகளுக்கும் 20 பேருக்கு மேல இருக்க ஃபேக்டரிஸ் ஆக்ட்ல வர, அதே மாதிரி ஷாப் அண்ட் எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ்மெண்ட்ல வர பணியாளர்களுக்கு அனைவருக்கும் பொருந்தும். நான் அப்பயே ஐ ஆல்ரெடி டோல்ட் யூ அபவுட் மேனேஜர்ஸ், எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ்ஸ் அண்ட் contract workers. Contract workers, the contractor is taking care of, and if somebody is not good, the contractor is going to stop, and we are not going to meddle with it. Do not meddle with that. You can just inform the contractor so that the contractor can stop the contract employee, or you are stopping the contractor, cancelling the contractor, so bringing some other contractor. See, there may be some legal issues. Let's not go into all this. Contract employees, standing order is not applicable. You must remember that. It is applicable only to the workmen. As far as the others, managers, executives, supervisors, who are above the ID Act. For all these people, the code of conduct or HR policy is defined in each and every industry, and that talks more about the disciplinary matters with regard to the executives, managers, others. It's almost similar to what is said as misconducts. So those things are written in the same documents for applicable for managers and others. It is called set of rules, which is also called code of conduct for executives. So code of conduct for executives talks about discipline for executives and managers, and standing order talks about discipline for workmen. And in the standing order, it is I already told you the standing order is applicable to, and in that it is very clearly defined who is a permanent workman, probationer, and casual labor or budley. All those things are explained, and after that they talk about the misconducts in the standing order. The misconducts are, we have seen already some misconducts. Okay, with regard to all, more we will be seeing about standing order, more we will be seeing. If there is a misconduct of late coming or abstain from duty, absenteeism, what is the course of action immediately? First activity, suppose somebody is coming late and there is a shift team inside, the team leader is there, or shift supervisor is there, security is there, and biometric attendance is there, and somebody is coming late frequently, or somebody is irregular to duty, that is, he is abstaining from duty quite often. And there somebody says, I occasionally absent myself, but I occasionally absenting myself, but the absence, I occasionally absenting myself, but the occasion comes often. The occasion comes often. Siddesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this abstaining from duty or late coming or any other thing, how to go about? What is the first thing in case of such a misconduct? What is the first thing that is expected from the plant supervisor? See, the first person to note down is the person who is controlling the shift, or the team leader or the shift supervisor. And he is the first person to note. But the issue in most of the industries is they take that today X has come late, tomorrow Y has come late, and somebody is only irregular. Almost 95% of the employees are good. This is how we know they take. But 4 பேர் வரலன்னா என்ன? இன்னைக்கு இந்த 4 பேர் வரல, நாளைக்கு அந்த 4 பேர் வரல. Okay, has come late by 10 minutes. It's not an issue. Lethargic attitude, Suppose if it is done like that, if somebody is coming late half an hour, and if you question him, he may immediately say the other person is not coming and you are not questioning. So you should not be biased, or you should not let off somebody and ask somebody. So basic thing is it should be questioned. If somebody is coming late, you can politely ask, it doesn't mean that you have to fight with him, or you have to show your anger, or you have to say that your work is getting affected. But just ask, the shift starts by 6 o'clock, you are coming to the machine or to the workplace, work spot by 6:30, what it is. You can just ask him politely. You need not fight with him. See, for one time, or occasionally for once or twice, if somebody comes, you can advise him. But it is repeated. And on rotation, it is done. Today I am, tomorrow somebody, like that. Unless it is questioned by the immediate boss, the issue will be a complicated issue in future, and it will become a customary issue. பழக்கம் வழக்கமாகிவிடும். பழக்கம் வழக்கமாகிவிடும். லேட்டா வர கேட்கவே மாட்டார், நான் லேட்டா வருவேன், அவ்வளவுதான். See, this is a indisciplined attitude which should be controlled. So any indiscipline, the immediate in charge should question it. Suppose somebody is not coming for 3-4 days and not at all informing, it is nothing but an absenteeism. Absenteeism, he is not informing. We do not know. The machine become idle, or the work is stopped, or somebody else is asked to do the work and is doing overtime. So this is the problem. And if the supervisor is not asking, what will happen? He will repeat it again, and somebody else also repeat it. What we say, it is the indiscipline spreads. Because of somebody is absent, if it is not questioned, others will also repeat the same. The shop floor discipline totally affect all. See, one of the most important chronic malady disease in many of the organization is, absence from duty. If you question him, what he says, suppose if absent from duty is questioned by a supervisor, what will be the reply of the workman? If the absenteeism, suppose somebody is absent for 3 days. Suppose somebody is absent for 3 days and the supervisor is questioning him, why are you absent for 3 days? What happened to you? And work is getting spoiled. This is a question by the supervisor. He must answer. Suppose if he asks, what will the general reply of with your experience and all, can anyone of you? அப்படி ஒரு கேட்டா என்ன பதில் சொல்வாரு? Suppose if somebody asks, say supervisor ask a workman.
If emergency workman சொல்லுவாங்க சார். Emergency. If emergency அதனால எடுத்துட்டேன்னு சொல்லுவாரு.
Emergency எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன்.
Body problem, body pain.
Vehicle problem சொல்லுவாரு.
Vehicle problem.
அவங்க இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண முடியாத நிலைமையில இருந்தேன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
எனக்கு லீவ் இருக்கு, நான் எடுத்துட்டேன். I have CL, I have PL. Don't ask me.
லீவ் முறைப்படி முன்கூட்டியே சொல்லணும்.
Month end. It is also happening. Suppose if you are asking a senior workman, you will immediately say, if the team leader may be age of 30, the senior workman may be age of 45. And if you ask, he will say, என்னங்க நீங்க என் லீவு போய் பாருங்க. Another may say, அர்ஜென்டா லீவ் எடுக்கக்கூடாதா? See, when I asked a workman about his leg coming, he said his wife is working in Canara Bank as officer and they have to take care of the child. He used to come in first shift. I asked him, why are you coming late often? He simply said, நான் தான் சார் குழந்தைங்களாம் பார்த்து ஸ்கூல் அனுப்பணும், அரை மணி லேட் தான் ஆகும். This is how he talked. See, why I am telling, you have to very clearly question him. Even if he answers like that, you have to tell him that same way if everybody behaves, what will happen? So, absenteeism, how to control it? First, the immediate team leader must question for the misconduct. எந்த தவறு நடந்திருந்தாலும் immediate team leader. Suppose if he is not doing his duty, there is a lack of duty. Suppose he is supposed to produce this much of product in a day, this number of pieces in the shift. Suppose he is doing only 50% or 60% of the efficiency, and the net result is the productivity is affected. Suppose if he is not doing a quality work, the productivity is affected. Suppose the wastage is more, productivity is affected. Who is immediately to ask? It is not enough if we just write in the logbook that the production is this. He has to immediately bring it to the notice of the higher ups. Email, a writing letter. After discussing with the workman, and the workman must know that it will be complained to the higher ups. And he should not worry. Once or twice he can be let off, but he has to complain. He has to make a written complaint. So written complaint is very, very important in case of anything, and document is there with regard to absence, because the biometric attendant shows that he has not come. There's an evidence, and he is also asking. So you must question. And suppose more than that today, what else is there? More than that today, with regard to evidence, what is the most important evidence that we always talk about in case of any mishappenings inside the factory? If there's any mishappenings inside the factory, what is the proof? It's not enough. They say, no, it is not enough if a manager or team worker says, team leader says. அவர் அப்படிதான் சார் சொல்லுவாரு, இது நடக்கவே இல்லை, அவரு மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்டுக்காக கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுப்பாரு. இது மாதிரிலாம் ஒன்றும் நடக்கல. In case of misbehavior, assault or abuse, or sabotage activity, drunken while on duty, what will happen? He will say, நான் அதெல்லாம் நல்லா தான் சார் இருந்தேன், அவர் சும்மா அவருக்கு வேற வேலை, எனக்கு பிடிக்காது, because I'm in the union, he is giving a complaint about me. See, what is the evidence that you can give apart from oral evidence by somebody who has witnessed? He has to give in writing a complaint by mail or by writing. He is giving his complaint. And it is a complaint. Some witness should be there. If witness is not the most important, nowadays, the talk of the town is only this. எந்த இடத்துல மிஸ்கான்டக்ட்னாலும் உடனே சொல்லிடுவாங்க, உடனே ஒரு கேள்வி வரும். They immediately say, if there's, see, with regard to absenteeism, you have the evidence of document. And document itself is enough to pinpoint the mistake, because he has not come to work and the worker got stopped, somebody has done overtime and biometric attendance shows it. And if it's late coming also, biometric attendance shows this, and he has asked him. In other cases of an incident, nowadays the talk of the town is this only. Suppose if some incident happened, sabotage or any activity, or he misbehaved with the supervisor, used abusive language, assault or abuse, whatever may be. These are all the misconducts, all these misconducts are there in the model standing order. What is the important thing apart from a written complaint? What else evidence? வேற என்ன சாட்சி இருக்க முடியும் ஆவணங்கள் படி? இப்பெல்லாம் அதுதான் கேட்போம், எங்க போனாலும் அதை கேட்கறாங்க. I discuss with you later in detail about that validity of that. See, you are seeing it on your own, and the incident happened to you only, and in your team only, somebody has done it, And visually you are able to see either it may be for you or for the machine. Something wrong happened, or he is not performing well at all because he is imbalanced totally. So all this, a complaint is made. One more strong document or witness, நீங்க வந்து ஒரு கம்ப்ளைண்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்க, அதற்கு துணையா என்ன இருக்கும்? What will be the additional point that you can say this has happened? Today in every factory they say that record ஆயிருக்கு சார். You remember, சில பேர் வந்து போட்டோவே எடுத்துறாங்க நடக்கும்போது. A lot of incidents, 1 or 2 incidents I can share with you in the next program about taking photograph of the incident that is happening. Photographs இல்ல, நான் சொல்றது பிளான்ட்ல நடந்தா நீங்க வந்து பதிவாகணும்ல. It is picturized in the CCTV footage. So CCTV footage is one of the evidences for the disciplined behavior of the person. Suppose if the worker says that this has not happened, an additional document which supports you, because no other worker will come for you. Nobody will tell about the worker's indisciplined behavior. So you must have the additional evidence. So misconducts, we have seen few misconducts, and these misconducts are enumerated in the standing order. And this enumerated misconduct, to prove the misconduct, the basic requirement is, if it is a small misconduct like some mistake, one day yes, or once he is late, then you can advise him. And if it is a little regular, that is twice or thrice it is happening, you can give a small letter to him saying, they say that it's advice letter and then warning letter. These are all there, and the standing order doesn't speak about all those things, but it speaks of misconduct and how to book for the misconduct. And misconduct really number one, the complaint of how to complain that misconduct. It is by the team leader, he has to do it, and it can be on many ways. That is, one, the team leader gives in writing or send a mail to the higher ups, through the higher ups to the HR, or he sends to the higher ups and they send to the HR department, and after that the HR department goes into the action, and these misconducts are enumerated in the model standing order or the certificate standing order, and how to book it, the complaint is given by him. And once the complaint is given, supported by evidences. Complaint supported by evidence. In case of absence and late coming, it is a biometric system that we have, and there is a question to people. Workmen in the past, they asked, "Sir, நான் absent ஆயிட்டேன், நீங்க சம்பளத்தை புடிச்சிட்டீங்க, சரியா போச்சு. நான் absent ஆனா நீங்க சம்பளத்துக்கு வேலைக்கு வந்தா சம்பளம் கொடுக்குறீங்க, வேலைக்கு வரல சம்பளத்தை புடிச்சிட்டீங்க, அப்புறம் ஆக்ஷன்." அதே மாதிரி தான் லேட் கமிங். நான் லேட்டா வந்து some of the industries they deduct if the late coming exceeds half an hour in total. That is over a period, or in a month, if the late coming exceeds 3 times or half an hour in total, they deduct for the full delayed hours. Suppose if he is late by 40 hours in the month, or 20 hours in a month, for the 20 hours put into 8 hours, 2.5 the salary they cut. There is a question, when we have deducted the salary for the late coming, are we to issue him a letter? Correct. Suppose somebody is late and you are deducting salary from him for the late coming. 2.5 days salary is deducted for 20 hours of late coming in a month. இது நடக்குது நிறைய இடத்துல. அது சில யூனியன் லீடர்ஸ் லேட்டா வருவாங்க, ஆபீஸ் பேரர்ஸ் லேட்டா வருவாங்க, சில பேர் வந்து வீட்டுல வேலை சொல்லி லேட்டா வருவாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி லேட்டா வரும்போது நம்ம சம்பளத்தை பிடிச்சிடுறோம். It is, can we issue him an advice letter or charge sheet or show cause notice to a late coming employee? It's a two punishments. நான் லேட்டா வந்து சம்பளம் முடிச்சீங்க, எனக்கு லெட்டர் கொடுக்குறீங்க. Correct? Please answer, anyone?
So, according to me, நம்மனால லெட்டர் கொடுக்க முடியாது. We can't able to give a letter because we have already given a punishment in the LOP.
Good thinking. Anybody else? நம்ம லெட்டர் கொடுக்க முடியாது, நம்ம ஏற்கனவே லேட்னு சொல்லிட்டோம் அப்படின்றாரு.
Put the LOP, already a punishment.
Then why are you mentioning, see, your policy says if somebody is coming late, you will be deducting the salary for the late coming. Then why are you saying that in the standing order late coming a misconduct?
Sir, can I answer?
Similarly, somebody is absent for 3-4 days. You are deducting the salary for absence, is it not? Somebody is absent, you are deducting the salary for absence. சம்பளத்தை பிடிச்சாச்சு இல்ல, சம்பளத்தை பிடிச்சாச்சு. அப்போ absent while on duty is a misconduct as per rules and regulations, and rules and regulation is your model standing order or certificate standing order. Then how can you punish him? Already you have punished him. Similar like late coming, la? Any answer? Similarly like late coming. Similarly like late coming. Can you punish him or not? Can you give him letter or not?
We have to give the letter, sir.
Or not? Suppose somebody is coming late for 15 days in a month. You deduct the salary. Every day 15 minutes, 15 days. Here and there, totally, of the 26 days.
So you issue memos, eh?
Memo means what? It was a punishment letter.
Warning letter.
Warning.
Letter. Okay, this month I have received warning letter. Next month also I am coming late. Warning letter எல்லாம் தொடச்சு போட்டு போயிட்டேன். நீங்க ஃபைல்ல வேணா வச்சுக்கோங்க. என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? அடுத்த மாசம்
Sir,
Again and again memo letter கொடுத்தா increment reduce ஆகுது சார். அது அவங்களுக்கு புரிய வைக்கணும்.
Very good. Okay. Again, புரிய வைக்கிறது. See, the problem here, you know, I thank you very much for your reply. The excellent interaction here. புரிய வைக்கிறது. He knows very well. If he is not coming, his salary will be cut off. He knows very well. But still, and he is also not bothered about your 30,000 salary wherein you are losing some 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000. It became an habitual late coming. The late coming is a misconduct like absence while on duty. Absence on duty. So, when you are punishing for absence on duty with advice letter, warning letter, and then show cause notice, similarly, for late coming also, first you can tell orally, if you are coming late for 2-3 days, and also while telling orally, you can say that salary is deducted, and then after waiting for some time, you know, if it exceeds few days, say some days in a month or 5 to 6 days or 7 days in a month, as somebody said, no, you can give him advice letter and then advice letter and then warning letter. If he repeats, he can very well issue show cause notice. It doesn't stop. Just because I am deducting your salary for late coming doesn't mean that I should not take action against you. It is valid. It is valid. So you can take action against you, and doesn't mean that because you have deducted. See, some other companies are not deducting. You want senior employees and not only late coming, people are going early also. In some of the industries, they go early also. Nobody questions such things. And that is also a serious misconduct, warning, a punishment. And the industries even like, so we have seen now a small area where about the indiscipline, what is rules and regulations, and redressal of grievances, and some of the misconducts, and more to come in the standing order. And also we have seen in case of misconduct how to go about it. I said briefly about preliminary inquiry, that is the immediate boss should ask him, interact with him, and make a complaint if there is a valuable complaint to be given. For each and every petty things, you need not complain. Suppose somebody is absent for 2 days and he explains, that he is not well and you are all satisfied, then you need not say, no, he was absent, I have not given like that. You need not put a mail for all those things. For each and everything, you need not go and complain and make it a big you cry for the workman and the confidentiality or the confidence. Behavior to the people will go. So each and everything you need not complain, but if there's a lapse, repeated lapse, a serious lapse, like a chronic disease of happens frequently by workmen and often like coming misbehavior. There are certain acts, which are very, very serious. Assault, abuse, garrow, all these are misconduct. Drunken while on duty, it's a serious misconduct. So a lot of misconducts we are going to see in the next class, and also in case of misconduct, how to go about it. What is first letter, advice letter, whether it is mandatory to issue advice letter, warning letter. In case of certain areas, there's no need for giving advice letter or warning letter. And if a serious issue, can you remove him from role? A sabotage activity. Yeah, all these things we are going to see in the days to come, that is in regard to in a small way, what is misconduct, what is discipline, what are the various types of misconducts and redressal of grievance, complaint, how to complain, etc. And this is a intro into, and also about certified standing order models. What is certified standing order? Certified standing order is standing order of each after 6 months, a company can apply certificate after starting of the industry, after 6 months, manufacturing sector, after the hospital or shopping establishment, if the numbers are about 20, you can apply for certificate standing order after 6 months. But you may expect most of the industries doesn't apply for certificate standing order and they go along with the model standing order for a long time. Some industries, even at 10 years, they keep the model standing order, but the workman says, you are not having the certificate standing order. நீங்கள் இன்றும் model standing order வைத்துள்ளீர்கள். So, and also in case of some of the misconducts, how to make a complaint, all those things we have seen. And this, I want you to
Hello.
a while and come back in a few minutes for a question session and an interactive session for next 20 minutes. Okay, take few minutes gap and then come back for some questions or to brief the whole session by complete the session. Just 5 minutes break. Are you all ready? Shall we go ahead?
Ready, sir.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Hello. So I have sent this shared in our group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Group that is handling disciplinary matters.
Yes, sir.
If you have not downloaded,
I'll share the screen here.
see, if you have not downloaded, download it and keep it with you.
Okay, sir.
And that is the thing in this set. There is one area about punishment. There is one part about punishment. We have seen, discipline and all. And what are the punishments that can be given in case of indiscipline? We have seen that somebody is giving complaint and they have evidences like CCTV footage or attendance, etc. What are the punishments available in case of proved misconduct? என்னெல்லாம் பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கொடுக்கலாம்? என்ன நீங்க எல்லாரும் காமிங்க எனக்கு.
காமிக்கிட்டா?
சொல்லலாம்.
people காமி இத கட் பண்ணுங்க. people நான் பார்க்க சொன்னேன். Hello, what are the punishment? Punishment is, in case of misconduct, violation of code of conduct. Some complaint is coming and based on the complaint, a preliminary inquiry. In the preliminary inquiry, you need not come to a conclusion that it has happened. You are only observing what has happened, and you don't have a biased opinion and do a preliminary inquiry. Preliminary inquiry is calling that person. In all the cases, preliminary inquiry is not necessary. If suppose it is absenteeism or late coming or some misconducts which are not very serious misconduct to the extent of dismissal or to the extent of suspension. Suppose if you are doing the preliminary inquiry and after that, after the preliminary inquiry, you come to a conclusion that you would have done this. Then an inquiry is taking place. We have not discussed anything about the inquiry right now. As per the model standing order, you conclude that yes, this is a misconduct as per the model standing order. Suppose somebody is late coming or drunken while on duty, yes, it is there in the model standing order. Some complaint has come and we are investigating the complaint. That is a preliminary inquiry. Preliminary inquiry is always important for proving any misconduct in future. Without the preliminary inquiry, if somebody is questioned by a letter, it is not fair and it may land into problem. So the procedure itself very clearly says that even if there is a misconduct, underline, not for all the misconducts. Not for all the misconducts. A preliminary inquiry is required for certain misconducts, and in the case of preliminary inquiry, you ascertain, see, this is what would have happened. Based on that, the next step is we are going. And after proving it, I am coming to the last of it. What are the types of punishment you can give? That is what, last subject which we have seen. Type simple, a fine. The act is saying about it, a fine, a suspension up to 30 days, a stoppage of increment, reducing the rank, at last dismissal. It's all there in the book, at last dismissal. So these are the types of simple fine. And a fine also there is a stipulation how you have to, so that it should not exceed, the total amount should not exceed this much and this percentage and all. It's very clearly these things are the types of punishment that are enforced in case of proven misconduct. And we have not exhaustively dealt with the standing order. We have said only few misconducts as per standing order, and even in the model standing order, we have some 25 misconducts. In case of certificate standing order company, depending on the list may vary company to company. In some companies, they would have written some 40 or 50. In some companies, they may have 70. So numbers vary from company to company. It all depends on the tripartite result. That is, the certificate standing order is certified before the department. So both the parties sit together with the department, and then the details are called for, and then it is exhibited on the notice board, and then certificate standing order we are getting. So the certificate standing order or the model standing order enumerates the misconducts, and in that also the punishment is enumerated. We have discussed only about the punishment and some of the misconducts. So I am concluding with this, and as I already told you, you can have the question and session is this. You can ask for some questions, and you can raise your hands or just tell your name and then call for a question. If the time permits today, we can definitely answer you, or you can very well come by mail also. I can share my mail ID to you, and if anyone wants to have any questions on whatever that has been taught today, இன்னைக்கு நான் நடத்தினதுல உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கேள்விகள் இருந்தால், you can raise your hand and just put a question. And we have another 15 minutes to go for finishing this. அது முன்ன பின்ன தப்பு இல்ல, நீங்க please சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Sir, I am Sendil.
Your name?
I am Sendil. Sendil Kumar.
Sendil Kumar.
Certified standing order வாங்கணும்னா ட்ரைபார்டைட் சொல்றீங்க. அந்த கவர்மெண்ட் அபிஷியல் யார்கிட்ட நம்ம
லேபர் கமிஷனர் சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ல லேபர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல லேபர் கமிஷனருக்கு நெக்ஸ்ட் ஜாயிண்ட் லேபர் கமிஷனர், டெப்டி லேபர் கமிஷனர் இல்லையா, ஜேசிஆர். நீங்க லேபர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இப்போ வந்து சென்னை ஆர் சபர்மணம் தமிழ்நாடுலன்னா உங்களுக்கு டிஎம்எஸ் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ், அப்புறம் குரலகம். நீங்க சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ன்றது வந்து தொழிலாளர்களும் நிர்வாகமும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டரை ஏற்றுக்கொண்டு அதை வந்து தேர்ட் பார்ட்டி அவர்கிட்ட போய் அந்த சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங், ஐ வில் டெல் யூ, சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் இஸ் பிஃபோர் த லேபர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட். before the labor department, deputy commissioner of labor department. But you must remember that it is not ultimate. See, you have a model standing order. You have a certificate standing order. Is a certificate standing order. Can you say just because it is a certificate standing order before the department, it doesn't mean that it cannot be challenged before court of law. Please remember, model standing order is totally defined by the government. But certificate standing order, government, model standing order, government. But certificate standing order, organization. Illya? Certificate standing order individual organization again. அது வந்து ட்ரைபார்ட்டிட் அக்ரிமெண்ட், 2 பேர் அவர் முன்னாடி போடுறதுனால அவர் வந்து சர்டிஃபைட் பண்றாரு. அதனால தான் சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர். The question here is certified standing order can be challenged in the court of law. Please remember, even though it is between 2 people before the authority, any workman can say or object or ask for modification by going to court. If the court feels that certificate standing is biased and it against the ethics, then they may really say that this to be removed. So ultimately, certificate standing order should be as per law also. நீங்க வந்து அதுல certificate standing நாங்க 2 பேரும் அவரும் ஒத்துக்கிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் பிரகாரம் ஏதாவது மிஸ்டேக் இருந்தா நிச்சயமா அதுலயும் கரெக்ஷன் வரும், அதையும் சேலஞ்ச் பண்ணுவாங்க. தவறாக இருக்கவே முடியாது. யாரு நாங்க 3 பேர் சேர்ந்தோம் அதனால தப்பு பண்ணிட்டோம், நெக்லிஜென்ஸ் இருந்தா கூட முடியாது. அதனால the government department is very careful in certifying. If suppose anything is biased, they may say that this is not allowed. Lot of things are there with certificate standing order today. Mobile using உள்ள யூஸ் பண்ண கூடாதுன்னு உடனே அவன் கேட்பான், நீங்க எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்றீங்களன்னு. So next one, before the authority. Next, certificate standing order before the authority. Next, வேற ஏதாவது கேள்வி இருக்கா? Okay, I assume that you are recalling to ask some questions.
I have a doubt, sir.
Please.
Sir.
என்னம்மா சொல்லுங்க.
டவுட் என்னன்னா, எங்க கம்பெனில வந்து 80 மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் ஒரு NMS பர்சன் இருக்காரு சார். அந்த NMS பர்சன் ஒன்னு ஒரு நான் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் சார்.
ஓகே.
ஆக்சுவலா அவர் தான் வந்து ஆபரேட்டர் லெவல்ல இருக்காரு. எங்களுக்கு வந்து ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் வந்து அப்ளிகபிளா சார், நாங்க எடுக்கணுமா சார் அதுக்கு?
நீங்க எல்லாருமே மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப், அவர் வந்து நான் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப்.
அது இல்லாம 300 கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க.
300 கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ். ஓகே, நல்ல கேள்வி இல்ல இது. அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் ஸ்டாஃப் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு, அண்ட் ஒரு ஒர்க்மேன் இருக்காரு அப்படின்னு. ஆக்சுவல் ரியல் ஃபேக்ட் தெரியாது. ஓகே, அது ரியல் ஃபேக்டா நம்ம எடுத்துப்போம். ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் இவங்களுக்கு அப்ளிகபிளா? See, managerial staff standing order not applicable. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட்ஸ் தான் கம்பெனில வச்சிருந்தா. பட் அந்த கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட் தான் உங்களுக்கு அப்ளிகபிள்ன்றது வந்து யாராவது ஒருத்தர் போய் டிசிஎல்லையோ இல்லைன்னா ஏசிஎல்லையோ இது எனக்கு அப்ளிகபிள் கிடையாது, நான் வந்து எனக்கு ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் தான் அப்ளிகபிள் சேலஞ்ச் பண்ணாருன்னா he may take it in for discussion. He may take it up for discussion. That is out of the executive means he has got the power to sanction leave. He is acting independently. He is an executive. Suppose if you say in your book somebody is executive and ask him to operate, சில கம்பெனில ஸ்டாஃப் னு வச்சிருப்பாங்க, கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா?
Yes sir.
ஆபரேட்டர் னுவா, ஸ்டாஃப் னுவா, மேனேஜர் னுவா, எக்ஸிகியூட்டிவ் னுவா. அந்த டீம் லீடர்ன்ற ஒரு டீம் லீடர்ன்பா. டீம் லீடர்ன்ற ஒரு மேனேஜரா, டீம் லீடர்ன்ற எக்ஸிகியூட்டிவா? இன் ரியல் சென்ஸ் டீம் லீடருக்கு வந்து எந்த பவருமே இருக்கா சில இடங்கள்ல. அவர் லீவு கூட மேனேஜர் தான் கொடுக்கணும். இவர் வந்து ஆபரேட்டர் வரலன்னா இவரும் வந்து ஆபரேஷன் செய்வாரு. அதே மாதிரி மிஷின்லயே நிற்பாரு. நீங்க போய் இதை போய் எங்கேயாவது சொன்னீங்கன்னா, பிகாஸ் தேர் இஸ் எ கேஸ், ஏர் இந்தியா பைலட் டிரைவர் இல்ல, டிரைவர் தானே பைலட்னா, ஆமா கரெக்ட்?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ஆமா, ஏர் இந்தியா பைலட் டிரைவர் தானே?
Yes, sir.
அவருக்கு ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அப்ளை ஆகுமா? 3 லட்சம் வாங்குறாரு, அப்ளை ஆகும்.
Apply ஆகும்.
He is workman, sir.
Because he is a workman. Apply ஆகும் because he is working, he is a workman. சரி, அதே மாதிரி உங்க யூனிட்ல நீங்களே ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு கூட்டுக்கலாம். ரியல் சென்ஸ் இஃப் இஸ் a worker it is applicable. அதர்வைஸ் ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன்ஸ். இப்போ மத்தவங்களுக்கு ரூல்ஸ் அந்த ஒருத்தருக்கு அப்ளிகபிள்னா அப்ளிகபிள், 300 கான்ட்ராக்ட் லேபருக்கு அப்ளிகபிள் இல்லைன்னா அப்ளிகபிள் இல்லை. நெக்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின்.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, this is Kalidasan, sir.
Please, Kali.
Sir, இப்போ for ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில வந்து there is an only policies is there hospital which means hospital sector is an
Hospital.
which is comparing to the industries, other industry, hospital industry is a different sector.
இதுல வந்து hospital வந்து correct. Hospital. Please tell me.
Sir, இதுல என்னன்னா if someone industry வந்து there is no standing order, they are only deal with their hospital policy. இதே பிரகாரம் தான் they are giving disciplinary action. ஆமா எது வேணாலும்.
ஆமா. Your question is அது பரவாயில்லையான்னு கேக்குறீங்களா? What's your question? அது பரவாயில்லையான்னு கேக்குறீங்க? See, Kalidas, I will tell you. Hospital is also an industry. நீங்க வேணா போய் பாருங்க. It is coming into stop and establishment as
hospital school industry.
வந்து hospital வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு? அதுல வந்து நீங்க சில எக்யூப்மெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் வச்சிருப்பீங்க.
Yes.
Engineering equipmentsலாம். ஆள் வந்து ஒரு காலத்துல a decade back, there was some lot of discussions about hospitals and the service industries, like logistics industry, logistics. அந்த வண்டிகள் எல்லாம் மூவ் பண்ணி ட்ராக்ல எடுத்து உள்ள வச்சு பெரிய லாஜிஸ்டிக் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி 1000 பேர். எல்லாம் வந்து இண்டஸ்ட்ரி கிடையாது. இதுக்கு வந்து ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அப்ளிகபிள் கிடையாதுலாம் கிடையாது. நிச்சயமாக ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ்க்கு மாடல் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அப்ளிகபிள். If it's a big hospital with a lot of technique and a workman.
Okay, sir.
Doctors இல்ல பார்ட் டைம் டாக்டர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு நர்சஸ்க்கு உண்டு, டாக்டர் கிடையாது. அதனால நர்ஸ் வந்து கேட்பாங்க நைட் ஷிஃப்ட்லயே போடாதீங்கம்பாங்க. இதெல்லாம் வந்து எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டக்ட் ஃபார் ஆல் அதர்ஸ். But for people, it is standing order. Okay, next.
Okay, sir, and another doubt, is there some retainership people is there? Some of the consultants, part-time consultant, இப்போ இன்னொரு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல இருந்து அதுல என்ரோல் ஆயிருக்காங்க. பட் கன்சல்டேஷனுக்காக வருவாங்க.
இல்லங்க, அவங்க ஒர்க்கரா இருந்தாதாங்க. See, consultant அப்படின்ற பேர்ல see, I will tell you. Is it over? Shall I tell you?
Yeah, please.
You said about the part-time worker or part-time consultant and all.
Yeah.
Part-time consultant, if is a doctor, above technicians, it is not. நீங்க part-time or full-time or கிடையாது. See, you may call him as a consultant, but he is coming for 4 hours and doing some work every day and getting a money from you. It is meant a part-time employee. And he is not a consultant. He applicable. He is a workman. Technician are applicable. Nurse are applicable. But next.
Okay, sir. Final doubt, sir. Idhula for இப்போ hospital industry வந்து we have a separate standing order in our hospital. இப்போ வந்து we have a separate standing order, certified standing order in our hospital. இப்போ as per new wage code, there is an மாடல் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் வந்து வருது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் அப்ளிகபிள் டு இதுவான்னு கேட்குறேன். இந்த நம்மளோட சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ஸ்லாம் கேன்சல் ஆயிடுமான்னு கேட்குறேன்.
நல்ல கேள்விங்க காளிதாஸ். இப்போ வந்து வேஜ் கோடு 2019 அது இதெல்லாம் வந்து இன்னும் இது கிடையாது. அந்த காலத்துல பேசிட்டு இருந்தது. வாஜ்பாய் பேசிட்டு, மன்மோகன் காலத்துல பேசிட்டு, நரசிம்மராவ் காலத்துல பேசிட்டு, இன்னைக்கும் பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். Standing order வந்து there are some improvements and modifications with regard to that, but be implemented. See, it may take another 1 or 2 years. At that time, what stand the government tax we have to see. Now it is there. There are some modifications in the standing certificate standing order. Some improvements எல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Model standing order some improvements எல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. எப்படி இருக்கணும். பட் இது எல்லாமே வந்து இப்போ வந்து இல்லை. தமிழ்நாடு பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், ஆந்திரா பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இப்போ ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன்ஸ் தான். நீங்க சொல்ற அந்த வேஜ் கோட் பிரகாரம் வருது வந்து இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் ஆகல. நெக்ஸ்ட்.
ஓகே தட்ஸ் வாட் சார். ஏன்னா அக்டோபர்ல அது என்ஃபோர்ஸ்மென்ட் ஆகுது. சோ தட் அது கரண்ட்ல இருக்க சர்டிஃபைட் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ஸ்லாம் கேன்சல் ஆயிடும். and there is some rumors or something.
It is not so. Once again I will tell you, don't worry. If you want, you must just put a mail. I will explain you in detail. Okay, but because of the new wage code, you need not bother about the standing order as on date. And it is not yet come, and it has to be passed, and also rules to be implemented, and GO will come. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. குயிக்கா நெக்ஸ்ட் என்னெல்லாம் பார்த்தோம்? யுவராஜ் குப்தா, யூ ஹேவ் சம்திங்? ஹரிஷ் ப்ளீஸ்.
ஆக்சுவலா இப்ப கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட் வந்து நம்ம கவர்மெண்ட்ல ரிஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணணுமா சார்?
வெரி குட். இல்லங்க,
கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட் வந்து இண்டிவிஜுவலா வந்து ஒரு ஃபேக்டரி வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவாங்க சார். பட் அது வந்து காமனா இருக்கா? சோ காமன் திங்கா?
இல்ல, கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட் அப்படின்றது வந்து யாருக்கு அப்ளிகபிள்? யாருக்கு அப்ளிகபிள்? மேனேஜர், executives, engineers who are not covered under standing order.
Yes sir.
So it may vary from company to company. உங்க கம்பெனில வந்து ஒரு 10-15 பாயிண்ட் போட்டுக்கலாம். கம்பெனில வந்து அது எல்லாமே இருக்கலாம். அது ஒரே லைன்ல போடுவாங்க அப்பாயின்மெண்ட் ஆர்டர்ல.
அப்பாயின்மெண்ட் ஆர்டர்ல சைன் பண்ணு கோட் ஆஃப் கான்டாக்ட்.
அப்போ வந்து சிலதெல்லாம் கொடுத்துக்கலாம். அதுல வந்து ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் வந்து அப்ளை ஆர்டரோட ஒர்க்மேனுக்கு அப்ளை பண்ற ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர்ல இருக்க மிஸ்கான்டக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் மிஸ்கான்டக்ட் தான். அது மாதிரி மிஸ்கான்டக்ட் நீங்க பண்ணா உங்களையும் கேட்போம், அதுல எழுதலாம். So this is how. So it varies from. It need not be registered at all.
Okay.
Individuals should know that there is a code of conduct, and a copy of the book should be given to them if possible necessary. அது கண்டிப்பா கொடுக்கணும். இப்போ எனக்கு தெரியணும்ல, ஒன்னு அப்பாயின்மெண்ட் ஆர்டர்ல இருக்கணும், இல்லனா அந்த காப்பியை வந்து ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது கொடுக்கணும். பட் it is not under standing order. அது code of conduct every company vary companies to company. Next.
Thank you sir.
Okay. Somebody else asked, you know. Please. Anybody else? Okay, each one, I am going to ask each one something, and quickly in 2-3 minutes we can wind up. Galaxy A50, Thomas Krishnan, hello? Okay.
Sir, yes.
Thomas Krishnan, okay. Just tell me one point which you noticed, that is which you had from the session, you know, you have to tell something or few lines. 1 or 2 sentences about this. That is, what is it? Please, Thomas Krishnan. Each one can say something, you know, whatever they learned in the morning.
The difference between the code of conduct and the standing order.
Excellent, very good. Very good. Clap for him. The difference between code of conduct and standing order. Good. Next step. Very good. Kalidas?
Yes, sir.
You tell me something, what you learned, 1 or 2 points. Just tell a few words.
Actually, I had there is a doubt for a new wage code model standing orders and current certificate standing orders, and now I am very clear on that, sir.
Yeah, very good. Harish? Harish?
Sir.
And please.
What is discipline? What is undiscipline? How to follow? Clear சொல்லுங்க sir. ஏன்னா பிகாஸ் லேட் கமிங் வராங்க, அவங்களுக்கு என்ன ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்கலாம், அவங்களுக்கு என்ன சொல்லி புரிய வைக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னது இந்த செக்ஷன் சூப்பரா இருந்துச்சு.
Okay, யுவராஜ் குப்தா. பிரியா மேம்.
No sir, nothing much sir. Nothing much.
Hello. Jyotimani. Priya ma'am, please come out. Any question? So,
the difference between discipline and indiscipline and அறிவு திறமை ஆரோக்கியம் இருந்தாதான் காம்பிடன்சி, அது புரிஞ்சுதுங்க சார். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து ஆப்சென்டிசம்க்கு என்னென்ன ஆக்ஷன் ஸ்டெப்ஸ் எடுக்கலாம்னு சொன்னீங்க, அது ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருந்துச்சுங்க சார். அதே மாதிரி டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் மிஸ்கண்டக்ட் என்னென்னன்றதை நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணீங்க.
குட் பிரீஃபா நல்லா சொல்லிட்டீங்க. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ப்ரோக்ராம்ல வந்து நம்ம கொஞ்சம் டீடைல்டா வாட் இஸ் ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அண்ட் வாட் ஆர் த மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் தட் ஆர் எலிமினேட்டட் இன் தி ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஆர்டர் அதெல்லாம் பார்க்கலாம். அப்புறம் வந்து அது இந்த கம்ப்ளைண்ட் வந்தா எப்படி பண்ணணும், அந்த டொமஸ்டிக் என்கொயரினா என்ன, இந்த டீடைல்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து சர்டன் டீடைல்ஸ் லைக் திஸ் யூ நோ we are going to see in the forthcoming session of the next Saturday at the same time, and it will be a value-added session the next with a lot of clipping also, like what we have seen. The danga mari adula oru mari varum, adu idha vida konjam nalla irukum. Adala vandu and the session next Saturday, and you may have lot of doubts to ask them. In the meanwhile, I again request you to go through that small booklet which I have given, and also some of you may not know Tamil. அது இருந்தாலும் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி நிலையானை அப்படின்றது தமிழ்ல இருக்கிறது வந்து நான் சில பேருக்கு ஷேர் பண்றேன், எல்லாருக்குமே ஷேர் பண்றேன். சில பேருக்கு வந்து அதை ஆங்கிலப்படுத்தி ஷேர் பண்றேன் முடிஞ்சா. ஏன்னா வந்து ஃபார் ஆந்திரா இட் இஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட். ஸோ ஐ வில் ட்ரை டு send in English also, but in Tamil I will share today itself. We can see in the next class. Thank you all for spending your
Thank
value.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Nandri,